I've been given a very simple job. The job I've been given is to present a list of the Democratic Alliance National Coordinators team. Omulimu ogumpeereddwa kwe kubabuulira nti emyezi egiwadde kasookedde nga tulonkinga DA nga 6 Desemba, tiimu eno gye mulaba wano mu maaso ebadde ekola. We have been traversing various parts of Uganda to ensure that we ground the DA. Tubadde tutambula nga tuteekayo amatabi ga DA. Tetwagala kubeera bakatikkiro ba Buganda, twagala kutwala wa president wa Uganda. Waliwo bwe nawulidde abagamba twawangudde. Tetwagala kuwangula ka constituency kamu, twagala tuwangule constituency 3 eza Uganda. Uganda has got 146 districts. The DA wants presence in those 146 districts. We just don't want to take 1 or 2, 3 constituencies. We want to take 146 districts of Uganda. We are happy that our message so far is sinking. Obubaka bwaffe eggwanga litandise obuulira. Obubaka obw'enkyukakyuka, obubaka obwa transition, obubaka obwa electoral reforms. Honorable Mpuga yaleeta ebiteeso in the Parliament of Uganda ng'atulabula ffenna akabi ke tugendamu bwe tuba tetutereezezza amateeka na nsonga za byakulonda. Abantu bangi baavaayo ne bamwogerera ebigambo, naabe ffenna tubadde tutambula mu bitundu by'eggwanga ebyenjawulo abamu nga mwogera ebigambo ebitategerekeka. Naye Katonda yatuyambye, mwenna mwalabye ekyabadde Kawempe. Ekyo ssebo Honorable Mpuga kyakuvindicatiza. What is vindication? Kyamwekyereza nti ddala ensonga gy'aliko ntuufu, obubaka bwali okuwa eggwanga bwebo bwennyini. Eggwanga lyetaaga okulongoosa ensonga z'okulonda n'amateeka ebyokulonda. The delegations you've seen here from the respective parts of Uganda, we want to welcome you very much. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Ate mukubire wabaka ba parliament abalina ku lunaku olwaleero wano olw'omulimu omulungi gwe batukolera, bakubire omugalo mu mwaka. Ate era mukubire national coordinator waffe Honorable Mpuga olw'omulimu omulungi n'okutusibula ffenna amaaso. We were all sleeping. We were all on the wrong path. Mpuga is returning the politics of Uganda on the right path. We had veered off that path. Toward them politics was social media, on Onavumoni, on Avrachi. That were the issues. Mpuga is returning Uganda to issue-based politics. That's what we want. And so guys, what about to faith? Zikomea kumeza. So see, usonga. Sasa kumala bisera bindi nnyo. Kubanga honorable alina okujja wano nga media elimu budde ate ababuuzeeko n'abamemba ba parliament n'abakulembeze bonna bemulaba wano. All the national coordinators team, starting with the Greater Massacre. But note that charity starts at home, by the way. Na ye njagala kuba somera amanya g'abantu bakoneta waffe mu bitundu by'eggwanga ebyenjawulo nga ntandika ne Masaka. In Greater Massacre, the top coalition team has got 3 personalities. The first person is Honorable Dr. Abed Wanika. Owokubiri ye Honorable Veronica Nanyondo. Budu will be managed by the following persons. Honorable Juliet Kakande, Mwami Kasirye Joseph, Mayor Nakumusana Michael, Mr. Chibule John Bosco, Mr. Madam Godfrey, Mr. Chigunu Gerard, Lukoda Martin, and Mr. Kamuli Joseph. Kochi and Kabula will be coordinated by the following: Mr. Mulindwa John, Mr. Nyabugulu Ivan, Mr. Sansa Wile, and Mr. Senyondo Wile. Mawogola will be coordinated by the following persons: Beka Biai Senyonga, Sewaje Lawrence, and Mr. Mukiri Morris. Sese aba DAS NCD nekubisiga twatuka yonda we are there. Sese will be coordinated by the following persons: Kawesa Daniel, Sewaje Lawrence, Tebajanga Joseph, and Namuma Betty. Abantu abo bonna bakonetazi baffe abagruta Masaka mubampeere obugalo obomwanguka. Tuze ku Greater Mpigi. Greater Mpigi omukulembeze waayo ye Council Francis Xavier Katabalwa. Mawokota will be coordinated by the following: Makumbi Badru and Nansamba Florence. Gomba, the coordinators are Mwanje Jeremiah, Lubega Henry, and Kato James. Butambala is going to be coordinated by the following persons: Farid and Nakiboneka, Mosei Ziraba Abdul, Sheikh Abbas Kamuli, and Hajat Rashida Maweji. Banange, a big round of applause for our Greater Mpigi coordinators. Obankubire, obampere, obugalo, obomwanguka. I have seen some of them there here and all over day. Maybe to Jabasusa at a later stage. Greater Luwero, Rosa Mulawa. Tewali Ekibina kizinge structure ngeno. Abantu bulijjo tubagamba politics takolebwa waggulu. Politics akolebwa structure. Olina okusensera eggwanga. Waliwo abantu osanga nga bakuba ebifuba tugenda kuwamba structure yo eriwa. DA eyakulaga nsi nti bw'oba oteekateeka osooka na structure. Bano be Greater Luwero. These are the coordinators of Greater Luwero: Mr. Murambuzi Isma Semial Waliwan, Mr. Sebiala Charles, Mr. Ntege Moses, ne Mr. Wampamba Paul. Katikamu North, Neba Mnanika are going to be coordinated by Nsubuga Emmanuel. Katikamu South and Nakaseke will be coordinated by Mr. Samakula George, Katembo Mire, Nemvidi Chinobe. Nakasongola egenda kuba coordinated by Mr. Luiga Archles ne Kizito Kasumba Jackson. abantu ba Greater Luweero abo ba coordinators baffe basebo ne banyabo nabo mubampeere obugalo obw'amaanyi ennyo. Abantu bulyo mugamba banange nakasongola waliyo nte zokka. Kakati ffe tutaddeyo ba coordinator and they are going to do a great job there for DA. Greater Mukono is going to be coordinated by the following persons: Joseph Wamala, no Ekipya, and Chigude Namayanja. Mukono area, abantu bano wamanga, the following persons: Mr. Mawanda Alan, Mr. Kakembo Jamil, Sarah Chintu, Sheikh Kaywa Abubekar, Kawombe Lamek, Zahara na Mpuga. Buikwe and Uvuma on the islands are going to be coordinated by the following persons: Lutaya Lwembawo and Mubiru Maxwell Denison. Kayunga area, the coordinators are Bwabye wa Dennis, Sekoyama Fred, and Kironde Salim. Abantu abo aba Greater Mukono nabo mubatuwere obugalo obw'amaanyi ennyo. Basebo ne banyabo, we go to Greater Mityana. The top coordinators of Greater Mityana area sub-region are Chairman Kasile Zimula and Mr. Bulega Musa Nkalubo. The Mityana Kasanda area will be coordinated by the following persons: Dr. Nyenje William, Mbabazi area, Kito Mustafa, Severi David, Kwizera John, Nalunga Immaculate, Naboa Mariam, and Ntale Namuguzi. Mubende area, Mr. Sam Mayanja, Mr. Lucham Sam, and Mr. Muganga Augustine. Chiboga and Chankwanzi. We have presence everywhere. Abambaloza, Chankwanzi and Chiboga are not reachable. DA is already there. The coordinators, and they are here already: Mr. Sempija Zubai and Iga Ronald. Abantu ababa Greater Mityana bonna ba coordinators baffe bannange mubampeere obugalo obwenjawulo. We have come to Wakiso. This is so detailed. Wakiso egenda kuba coordinated by the Honorable Kakembo Mbwa Tekamwa ne Madame Namale Farida and Natalie Mariam. Chadondo area, Lutaya Shaban, Bale Balikudembe Ferdinand, Chiaga John Baptist, Musoke Owen, Peter Dan Mevule. Busiro, Mr. Chigundu Tony, Mr. Simon Suga Mujambula, Mr. Kamoga Mohammed, Mr. Sempira Sem, Mr. Iga Clement, and Kiza Asen. Bacoordinator be Wakiso we bali bonna sigena basi tusa olwobudde naye mubampeere obugalo obwenjawulo basebo ne bannawo. Nzize Kampala. The top coordinator for Kampala is the Honorable Kasivante Moses, class monitor. Agenda kuba supported by Mr. Matofu Vincent and Mr. Wilberforce Muteli. Makinde area. Makinde ate njogera Makinde mukitegera bulungi. Mukitegera bulungi. Bakitegedde. Makinde area. Mira Hamza yali diga team ya Makinde. Ne waberawo Namale Teo. Ne wabera Paul Balida. Very strong man from Kabalagala. Then Mr. Chaze Kasim. Nakawa is going to be led by the next member of parliament for Nakawa West, Council Bowe Ivan. Madam Zelda Kakai, Mr. Mpima Jonah, ne Madam Lovina Namperesa. Lubaga area. Egena kuwa coordinated by Mr. Mulindwa Charles. Helped by Mr. Kabuka Sepiria and Dungu William. Kawempe area. Egena kuwa coordinated by Madam Namutebi Hadija Matovu ne Honorable Mutazindwa Mohamud. Kampala Central area, the coordinators are Mr. Salongo Chijambu Charles and Mr. Chikute Katoke. Abantu be Kampala ba coordinators bafe basebone banyabo mubampere obugalo obanjawo. Eyo area ya Uganda ne Kampala. That means effectively we are everywhere in Uganda. Some people thought what were they to Yamaji, what were they to Kubuji? No. The past three previous months we have been working, and those are the results. The whole entire Uganda area is now DA. We are full of DA coordinators. Bunyoro area. The following persons are going to coordinate Bunyoro. Mr. Atigonza Collins, Mr. Asimwe Grace, Mr. Dembe Fred, Mr. Lukumu Jackson. Now, Bunyoro has been split into also the following areas, and coordinators have been appointed. Greater Hoima, Enachukube Hoima and Site, Tumwene Alan William, Paul Bakwata, Nesande Igogo. Greater Masindi, Omulichiliandongo, Bulisa and Masindi. There is Mulunji Jonan and Humphrey Kuronji. Greater Kibale, which has Kakumiro, Kagadi and Chibale. It has got Asaba James, Bizibu Andrew, and Cosmas Babuetera. A very big round of applause for our team and the coordinators from Bunyoro. Busoga. Greater Jinja is going to be coordinated by Madame Rachel Kagoye, you have seen her here, and Mr. Gwaivu Mubasharu. Greater Kamuli, Mr. Mukongo Nathan and Mr. Barikowa Dan Gonahasa. Greater Iganga, Madame Menya Amina and Wandera Samson. A big round of applause for our team and coordinators from Busoga. Toro, you have seen them here already. The top team in Toro will be headed by Mr. Katabaza Losias and Mr. Sam Sempegwa. Greater Kabarore, Anthony Babs Kasaija, Josephat Kwijuka, and Kakwezi David. Greater Chenjojo, Busobozi Hamza. Greater Kamwenge, Kiza Johnson. Bubampe Lugalo Obenjaulo, Abantu Betoro. You have seen some of them here already. Renzori area. Mr. Baguma Hassan and Dr. Nasib Musenene. Kasese, Mr. Bikeke Simon, Kabugo Joy, and Ukasha Shwaibu Musenene. Mtoroko area, the coordinators. Tumwesije Emmanuel Erimasi Wazi Gamukama. Bundibujo, Mr. Hassan Baguma. Banage Mobampe Rogalo, Obenjaulo, Abantu Afe, Aro. Ankole Tigezi, Egena Kuba coordinated by the following persons: Mr. Michael Kakoza, Mr. Turia Mugendo Christmas, Mosei Hilare, Besecha, Arona Inomugisha, Ajire Mbabazi, Henry Chigamba, Tugume Amron, and Proset Ayebali. abantu bafa abankole ne kigezi mubatuwera obugalo obwenjawulo. We have gone to Eastern Uganda, Bukeji area. These are the persons to coordinate Bukeji. Mr. Patrick Okiring, Mr. Moses Lyanda, and Ingura Francis. Bugisu area, the top coordinator there is Mr. Mulunga Christom. Teso area, the coordinators are Amuriat Pascal, Sam Enyuti, Okero Joseph, Ochole Moses, and Esther Achako. Abantu beteso mubakubira ubugalo obwenjawulo webali era batambudde kumacha. Sebei area, the following are the coordinators: Mr. Twala Kadala, Mr. Chesang Tom, and Ababu John. Nekala moja twatuuka dda. Obamba demulo zatuli na mirembe yokka. Nekala moja twatuuka dda. Ba coordinators bafa bekala moja Ellen Michael, Otim Isaac, ne Onen Goodwill. We have presence in Karamoja. Northern Uganda, the top coordinator for Northern Uganda is Mr. Kelly Komakech. Greater Kitugum area will be coordinated by Mr. Loyo Daniel Arap Moy and Mr. Oyo Morris. The Greater Gulu area is going to be coordinated by a strong lady you've seen here, Evelyn Laker. And she should teach me some bit of law so that I can now start pronouncing these names properly. Mr. Boniface Omona and Mr. Petro Alimo. Greater Lila, Mr. Okulo, Jimmy, John Bosco Odong, and Docas Apiri. Greater Apache, DA is now everywhere. Greater Apache, Ogwang Tony, and Otimboni. West Nile, hey, a very big round of applause for the team in Gulu and Lila. Sibawulira mubampero obugalo obw'amaanyi ennyo. West Nile, Toko William and Michael Asuta. And finally, we have got the citizens, the senior citizens platform. Tulina platform yetutaddewo ey'abantu abakulu mu Uganda era abataka. Mosei Anthony Chwanuka, Dr. Rebecca Kiziri Mayengo, Pastor Musitwa Joseph, and Mrs. Matovu Muyinda. Masebo Nebanyabo, we shall be doing more work, and we shall be inviting you to, in due course, to announce more coordinators. We want to ask all of you, muwongere ku mulimu guno. Bano ba coordinators bagenda kubakulembera bukulembezi. Naye omulimu ogusinga gugenda kukolebwa mmwe bana DA abali wansi ku ground era abatambuza enjiri ya DA. Saagala kwogera bigambo bingi nnyo, saagala kwogera kw'ekyo. Mwebale nnyo kumpuliza, mwebale ddala. Omukama Katonda abakuume era abazeeyo mirembe.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for Honorable Michael Mabike. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank Honorable Mabike for that job. He has ably taken us through the list of coordinators. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, Njagala, I want to invite the Honorable Dr. Abedi Wanika to help us invite the coordinator to speak to us. Say Honorable Dr. Abedi Wanika. DJ, Honorable Abedi Wanika, uyambe ku asemere bulungi.
Our leader, our coordinator, the Right Honorable Masasi Mpuga Samba. I think our song will be the other one that which they sang when they were inviting Honorable Mike Mavike. It sounded, it is a real song. Our invited distinguished guests, the members of parliament, our elders, I've seen all people represented from the entire Uganda. We want to welcome you to this very important day. Our coordinators from the countryside, you are welcome. I think he's a gentleman from Kasese, from Rwenzori, that said that we are here for transition, not transaction. I liked that. We are here for transition, not transaction. We are here for serious business. And DA stands for that very serious project. We want to give Uganda, the people of Uganda, the hope and the alternative that they have been waiting for many years. We want to give Uganda the hope, we're understanding and appreciating that our people have waited for so long. And indeed, I acknowledge that there is that hope, the desired hope. I therefore don't want to take much of your time. I'll have another opportunity to speak. But I've been speaking, and the people of Uganda, they know what I stand for. My message has always been very clear. But we want to appreciate God, first of all, that He has presented to us leaders in the DA. We are a talent pool of leaders. A talent pool of leaders. Leaders that are seasoned, leaders that understand the history of our nation, leaders that understand where we are and where we should go. I'm a Bible reader. There is a verse that says, the sons of Ishak had understanding of the times and where Israel ought to go. And because of that, they were on top of their brethren. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to state that we in the DA, we have the understanding of the times. We have the understanding of our nation. And we also know where to go. There are many political forces that know where we are, but they don't know where we are going. And that is dangerous. It is important that any political leader that wants to be a leader for this nation must know where we are, what are the issues for now, but he must know and she must know where we must go. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to present to you and to invite for you a leader that knows where we are. He also knows where we are coming from, but he also knows where we are going. And he's none other than the Right Honorable Masasi Mpuga Samba. Please, let us stand and welcome him as he comes to address us. I want to welcome all of us to stand and welcome the Right Honorable Masasi Mpuga Samba.
asobola Mpuga asobola university ezibulira gumu asobola Mpuga asobola principal asobola asobola Mpuga asobola kosente kubaza Mpuga asobola Mpuga asobola
mukubire engalo ez'amaanyi mulabe bwanyirira ow'ekitiibwa oli mazima wanvu munjogera ennyangu Kateebe kennyini oli mukwanabulabwa ate onyirira ate oli muyivu omuteeketeeke mukone mu ngalo ez'ow'ekitiibwa musajja mugezi ekirala musajja mukozi ekirala mwegendereza mukono obunaku gasibalimba tali amayirungi yadamyaga tali wabisiwa bisiya n'omuteeketeeke
tujja nnimi muwulira. Thank you Omudingidi. Colleagues, members of parliament, colleagues and principals of the DA, and all of you, our distinguished national coordinators that have been presented here by Comrade Michael Mabike. DA! Can I hear you? DA! New way! DA! New way! New way! New way! Thank you. It's indeed a new day, and we are assembled here to announce a new way. I would like, first of all, to welcome all of you assembled this afternoon. Majority of you from our country did arrive here very early in the morning, and your long journeys were purposeful. You did not travel all the way from Gulu, from Teso, from Tolo, from the Renzori, on a tour of Kampala. It was intentional, it was purposeful that you made the sacrifice to gather here this morning and still seated this afternoon. I want to thank you most sincerely. This Friday falls after a national debacle that we witnessed in Kawempe yesterday, or probably for 2 weeks. And I would like to take this opportunity to, in a special way, congratulate my brother and learned friend, the Honorable Nalukola, for coming on top of that debacle. I can't call it an election, but he surmounted a debacle that mirrored an election, or tried to resemble an election. So Comrade Nalukola and the National Unity Platform, congratulations. I very much understand and appreciate that yourself and your peers had to suffer the indignity of going through that debacle to be announced winner. The question of the day is that what we bargained for as a people? Was that our bargain as a nation at independence and after? Was that the dream and aspiration of our forebearers? That if we're looking for leaders, we must go through a humiliation never witnessed in the history of man for the sake of becoming leaders in this country. I would like to use the same opportunity to send my sympathies to the Fourth Estate, to a number of journalists and independent media practitioners that were clobbered and humiliated for 2 weeks because they wanted to bring the truth to the world. I am sending this sympathy to the media, not because the non-media practitioners must be beaten and humiliated, but because the media is the mirror of society. So what the media does, we see and witness ourselves. the media communicates our frustrations, our aspirations, our dreams, and we're able to compare and contrast our situations. So whereas I say that, no human being should be humiliated because they are trying to make a choice. No one should ever be humiliated. But namawulire tubasaasidde nnyo kubanga mwenabirwamu yaffe. Naye tekitegeeza nti abatali bamawulire bo bakubibwe. Ensi yaffe abagiteekawo emyaka 62 tebalootako nti nga tulonda amagezi gaffe n'obusiru bwaffe bujja kweyoleka. The by-election in Kawempe brought out the worst of us. The by-election brought to the fore how much we have gone down the sewer in the practice of our politics. Ebyabadde Kawempe bitwolekanga ensi y'abagwagwa abateefumiitiriza abatayiga abateebuulirira. How could we as a people, how can a by-election for a member of parliament that's going to last barely 7 months expose our deep-seated idiosyncrasies, expose our deep-seated hatred for one another, expose our deep divisions as the opposition, as a nation, as a people? That should never happen. But for every dark cloud, there is a silver lining. We must pick eternal lessons from the Kawempe debacle. I hesitate to call it an election because it does not in any way portray an election. It was a bad exposure of how divisive, how inconsequential politics can become. And I hope we're able to pick eternal lessons. That we can crowbar each other, that we can tear gas each other, that we can humiliate our people, that we can humiliate family people. Omusajja omukulu Semaka n'omukwata n'omwambula n'omuyuliza engoye kubanga oyagala kalulu. Eyo ensi eba tevanga mu Stone Age. Tuba tukyali mu nsi yakulya mirandira na bikoola. Kyewuunyisa. Abantu bagenda dda ku mwezi, abalala bali ku maazi banoonyayo biriyo. Ffe tukyalwana kubanga tunoonya bakulembeze. Nti okwefunamu omukulembeze tulina okuba nga tutemyeko omutwe olwo omukulembeze azuuke. Eyo nsi y'abagwagwa. We stand here this afternoon not because we are great friends, not because we know each other so well. We are here this afternoon and withstanding all manner of adversity to be here because we share a common history, because we have same aspirations, because we have shared dreams, but also we share a destiny. Tetukunganye kubanga tuli ba mukwano nnyo. Tukunganye kubanga ebyafaayo byaffe bye bimu. Kubanga tulina ebirooto bye bimu. Ne tufaanana n'ebyafaayo y'ensonga lwaki tuli wano. I only got to know my brother from Teso probably about 2-3 years ago. But since then, we have been able to establish a special commonality, a special commonality of aspirations, a special bond to drive this nation to new heights, a special conviction that all has gone wrong and therefore we must work to change the course of this country. All of us here, representing people that left home, have suffered the brunt of misrule. Buli muntu alozeza kuba n'akyemalira. Buli muntu mu ngeri emu akoseddwa. Ab'Eluweero, batunula ku buwanga emyaka 4 balengera nfuufu na buwanga bye bakumbula kali nambula ekiboga eyo ne baŋŋamba ssebo mwogera ku myaka 4 ffe bawezezaawo 43 kubanga bajjawo dda ne bateekawo ne zi RC. Everybody has tested the fact that we have never had a liberation. The liberation was a very fat lie, big fat lie. It was a big lie. Therefore, after 62 years of our independence, the dreams, the aspirations of building a free and fair society, a progressive nation, we are shortchanged. The Saliwo Munkaga Mwebili, Zejuanuka Yaliwo. Erakubuli that by navy road to Kuzimbe Gwange more Wenkanya. By navy road to Kuzimbe Nabazukuru, Gwange Kuze, a Gwange Dam, the Ravan and Nabazukuru. Never Baguza Kapa Mokutia. Our forebearers were shortchanged. The dreamers at independence were shortchanged. Botegeera nti kitaawo jjajjawo bamulimba ate gwe omuzuku totambulira muki mulimba. Ffe bannamateeka tumanyi n'okumanya nti singa oli akozesa endagaano n'okizuula nti yali yakugulika osobola okugenda mu kkooti neweekubira enduulu nti ono yannimba naye kisi yali akola ki kibayita misrepresentation. The dreams of our independence were misrepresented by the leaders, by the so many subsequent leaders after independence. Abaza batufuga butatuno obwetwaze batuguza kapa mukutia. It's the duty of this generation to say, yes, we acknowledge the lies, we acknowledge the change the tide. It's our time to rethink the model of this country. Lenyini amuno omusajja omukulu omu n'aŋŋamba nti ebiseera bino bye tulimu oyinza okugamba nti tuli wakati wa nkaaga mu nkaaga mu nga tufuna obwetwaze. We are at crossroads. We are at a time where one old man is hanging on but is not in control. Ebimu naye abeera abikola ki bitambula. I am sure there's a lot around him he cannot take charge of. We must work for a second independence. And that's why we are here. We must work for a second liberation. Abava Emoshi, I was only a little boy. Ngabagoba Obote. Ngabagoba Amin. Never gama nti yali liberation kwali kwenunula. Abenunula ng'Amin agobeddwa. Never gaba balise demokrasia. Never kola mu ebyabwe. Eyo yali kapa mukutia. Wakaluka ekinana n'ebyakavaamu. We are still paying the price of stolen elections, but we are still stealing elections. Omuwendo omunene ogw'obulwa obubbe bwe tusasulidde bwe kyatufuna obwetwaze nakasituyiganga akusika muliro kakubeera bantu bagezi. There's something wrong with our DNA. This generation must correct that we are not able to hold a simple exercise called an election. And we pride in what we saw and what we have seen. I have actively participated in the last 7 electoral cycles. Ngangoberera, ngandaba. There's something amiss. And today we assemble to not only announce coordinators, but also to remind ourselves of a cardinal duty as citizens, as leaders, of what's going to take for us to build an enduring democracy and enduring constitutional order. Ekiwandiiko kya 95 kye twayita ssemateeka kyali kiwandiiko kya General Museveni. General Museveni yagamba bakitaffe
nti ye munnamagye mulwanyi tagenda kuwangaalawo ajja kubeerawo emyaka ng'ena noza ziro tebajuulira yali ategeezaana yagamba myaka awo ng'ena nze ndi mulwanyi ebyo sibiriimu emyaka ena noza ziro teyagisaako. It's now 40 years. So we must work to undo that kind of misrepresentation. Ono yabasembayo tuguza kapa mu kutya. General Museveni should be the last dictator to preside over this nation and to abuse our generosity as a people and to abuse our sacrifice as a nation, but also to sleep and stall the aspirations of our people and the dreams of this generation. Before us and ahead of us is a duty of unseen unity that we desire as people who want change. But the question is, must we unite only around elections? That's the big question. Should our unity only come at elections? Twetaaga kwegatta kugenda mu kalulu, okwegatta okugenda okujja omufu mu kinnya, n'okwegatta okutaasa omuntu okugwa mu kinnya kiriwo ekisinga. That we must unite to pull a dead body out of a depression instead of stopping a death. I think we are handling the wrong side of the knife. Akaso tukakwata ku bwogi so si ku kiti oba ku mukonda gwako oba gyekiri nekyo. The DA has a big tent. The DA is a big tent. The DA is not a party. That's why in this big tent you have different political persuasions, but only convinced with the only common goal of working together as a people to draw the entirety of the nation into one direction, to demand that particular things be done. Saagala muntu kwewanganya mu buyinza nga si mulonde. Si twagala. Nesitwagala genda mu kalulunga abatawunyiriza, abatalaba. Ne muzibe sense zenda zikola ki? Zikola kyokola osanga omuzibe nga atambula nga akutta akati n'atagwa mu kinnya. If a blind man can walk with a stick and avoid falling in a pit, Katonda bwe yawa amaaso abiri, ennyindo nga zissa, amatu nga gawulira, n'obwongo nga si butooleko, olema otya okutegeera nti waliwo ekizibu eky'amaanyi Katonda bakusimbula kigere. The opposition desiring change must think deeply that our unity should not only be around elections, but also around processes that lead to elections. Muyiza akumma n'akola ki? N'akunyumiza eng'ombe. The process that lead to these elections are as important as the elections themselves. The lessons from Kawempe and other places where we've had by-elections should have been strong enough to remind us how we are stuck. Part of the duty you coordinators have from today onwards is to go and rally the nation into demanding for minimum reforms. It's not late. No one should deceive you that's late to go for reforms. I have heard strangely some leaders from the opposition claiming that the quest for reforms is late, namely that General Museveni and his parliament will not accept them. And then there is a question that how will Museveni, who doesn't want reforms, then declare you as a winner? Museveni tukimanyi taagala nkyukakyuka mu mateeka kubanga agala ogamukolera. Galate opposition omwoyewungako ddi n'ogamba nti tebisoboka. Ate n'ogamba najja kukulangirira ng'owangudde. Aba anaakulangirira atya? Okuggyako nga watoolwako. Oyinza otya okuyingira ekibira ky'owuliramu empologoma ng'ekola ki? Ng'ewuuna. Gwe n'ogamba nti eyo mpuuna malungu si empologoma. Nga ne woyisa olabawo amagumba. So we need to be alive to the realities. Dr. Bed kyayogeddeko tomanyi we tuli ate otugamba tumanyi tulaga tokubanga oliko ekikyamu. So gye mugenda yonna, wherever you're going as our coordinators across the country, is to go and amplify the voice for reforms. The voice for reforms and the transition. Let me say this. When we talk about reforms and the transition, some people believe that reform and transition are all about changing laws. Particular actions, particular outputs are not necessarily legislations. Some are commitments. Ng'ogyeko ensi ez'abagwagwa, abantu abatakkaanya basobola n'okutula wansi ne baako bye bakkiriza nti kino kikkirizibwa, kino tekikkirizibwa. Naye by'okubeerawo mulina okuteekawo embeera ey'enjawulo. Tolangira bulangirizi tugenda kwetaba mu kalulu. You must put up a fight to make sure that certain things change. Kyesookerwako. You must put pressure on the system. Opposition etutta amaanyi mangi nnyo ekawempe and esawo impact. That's beautiful. Watya amaanyi ge gamu enja nga tuli soloti ne tugenda ebundi bujjo ne tugenda ettoolo nga tugamba eggwanga lyonna no reforms no elections ne tuzimba momentamu y'eggwanga. Ffe mu D8 tulowooza twagala nnyo akalulu kabeerewo era twagala nnyo okkeetabamu. Situagala akalulu kabeerewo ng'omukolo obukolo. We want to participate in a consequential election. Akalulu akanaavaamu ebintu ebitaggulula ebigere byaffe ng'eggwanga ova we tuli tugenda ku steep ekola ki? That is our essence. If we summon the same energy, if we summon the same capacity, the same unity that was exhibited in the by-elections behind us, and used it to raise the momentum of the nation, to call upon everyone to say we must undertake minimum reforms before the next election, I can tell you General Museveni and his people have no capacity stopping that. My Museveni bw'omugamba nti tujja mu kalulu nga naye agolwa essuuti ye ey'okulayira kubanga omubayi muzimuwerekera buki. We don't want to be escorts at Museveni's swearing ceremony. That's never our aspiration. Twagala kumuwerekera ku mukolo gwe gwa kulayira. Nakino kanti bagambe tetutya kuwangulibwa naye situkkiriza kujoogebwa ng'otuyita mu kalulu gy'otujoogereyo ng'olayire. No. If we lost in a free and fair process, we would say we lost. Probably we are not organized. Probably we are not well resourced. So, ngabe munda bana abakulu bano tutambule butambu tuwerekere Mwami Museveni alayire without challenging his actions. Tukolime bukolimi, tumukolimire, tuyite emizimu, tusiyite ebigere. Is that our duty? It's not late. We still have time. We can make the push. So we are here to empower you, wherever you are coming from, to go and summon your best. Go and summon your energies. Go and summon your capacity. I'm very sure our people do not want violent elections. I am very convinced, and so is everyone here, that our people want to participate in a safe electoral process. Safety of our people, safety of the media, safety of citizens at election is what we aspire. No. Because an election has a lot of consequences to the people. It must be a proper election. It must be properly organized. It must be properly structured. Kakati basebo ne banyemu. Waliwo abagamba tuleete reforms nga Mwami Museveni aweddemu amaanyi. Litmus paper y'amaanyi ge ani agikebera kagirina. Gakumawa. Museveni is not simply an individual. We are dealing with the Museveni and the Musevenism. Do you understand? So how do you overcome Museveni and then subsequently the Musevenism? Museveni neno yamutambulirako eyefujjo efugabbi obutafaayo ne bwakerenca n'avaawo nga Musevenism esimbye emirandira ng'egy'omulondo. You have the same problems. That's my invitation to all and sundry, that we must use this opportunity. I want to assure you, we still have time to demand for these reforms, such that we take our people in a dignified electoral exercise, not in a debacle. Kugenda kuswaza na kuchobola abantu baffe. So kubanga bagenze kuwandiisa noddayo wakanga nekumpaita kulima pesa mwera kunyonyola abaana tati badde ngenze kwewandiisa mara okubuuza badde ogenze kwewandiisa kukola ki kufuna ki? Are we serious? So we need to try the country as DA to reject, isolate, to turn this country into a basket, into a pariah state. Now abayamba kumukumanya nembutamanya osobola okuyamba Museveni okudda muyinza ntotegedde nti omuyamba, and all those working to undermine unity must be isolated and ignored. Obanga emyaka 4 ejaba Museveni ebadde ensobi eyo tuyinza okugamba nti ekumye kati. If the 40-year rule was such a big error, that mistake can be stopped. But we cannot stop it without purposeful unity, without structured unity, without intentional unity. That's not the DA intention. We are willing to work as DA with every group of the opposition that understands our agenda. Tujjakona buli muntu yenna ategera olugendo luno nti lwabwe egendeza nakuwuliziganya. Njala kiddamu tetutambula ng'ab'omukwano tuli ba mukwano nnyo. Tutambula ffenna kubanga twagala Uganda nnyo okusinga omukwano. That's the agenda we want to drive at the DA. Ganfunza tubulayo emyezi nga 6 ogenda ku nominations ezinaddako ez'abavubuka zo tikyaweza myezi 6 myezi 3. Waliwo ebibuuzo bingi nnyo naegala bye beebuuza. Ekisooka tubazizaamu tutya amaanyi bagende mu kalulu n'obumalirivu nga kalina ekigendererwa ekikyusa eggwanga. Tubakakasa tutya ng'abo bakulembera tetubatwala mu kalulu kukubibwanga nti nga tutana busobozi balowooza mu opposition lwe tubeera awamu bo bajja kufuuka batono. Ekyo nakyo kizibu. We must address that. There are questions that must be answered by opposition leaders in every group. There are those who want unity but around themselves. There are those who fear unity because unity will make them small. They are diffident. They are not confident enough to stand in internal competition. The question is, what are we competing for? Tulimo kuvuganyiza mu kkomera babuuze ona mukasiba nti gwe manyi gwe basoma okusiba emirundi emingi babayita mutya abakulira mu kkomera RP mu myezi nga 6 nga tuli mu parliament ona bakasiba nti bamusibako onduze emirundi 4 mu myezi 6. So ebyo abitegeera bulungi kati tulwanira kwera bakulembeze mu kkomera. In the DA we believe in the big tent. Opposition buli awulira nti alina obusobozi tubeere wamu twogerere eggwanga litutegeere tulondeko omuntu omakulemberemu oluki. Tetugamba asinga buwanvu, tetugamba asinga bukulu, tetugamba asinga bunene. Tugamba oyo anategeera obugazi bw'olutabaalo luno nga lulina ebigendererwa. That's our intention, that's our purpose. How do we go back to our people in Teso that have been impoverished deliberately? How do you go to Unyoro, the oil land, at the same time a poverty land? When you talk about inama futa, I think a go single word. Oro wananga bave ekasanda za bulikuli genda mu kirombe kya zaabu nebyo nazonna mpompogoma eyo nsi abachi. So how do we resurrect and rekindle the dreams of our young people? What is our message to the young people that will give them assurance that tomorrow is going to be better? Techimala kubatwala butwazi ku lutabalo. Tubatwale ku lutabalo nga n'ebiroto byabwe bitegeerekeka nga ffe tubitegedde bulungi abagala okubakulembera. That must be the drive. We cannot change Uganda by slogans. We have sloganeered enough. We must be intentional and purposeful in our next phase, beyond slogans. Okuyimba obuyimbi ennyimba n'ebigenderako n'okutontoma tekikyamala, tubikoze ebbanga ddene. Buli kiseera kyakalu tukyusa ennyimba ezo tutwala mu lutabaalo ne tuvaayo ng'obusima ebbumba. Inconsequential battles must stop, and we must drive an agenda of consequence and purposefully done so. Now there is this, and I conclude. I stood here and informed the nation that we will speak to everyone for the purpose of bringing sense and sensibility to our politics. And then so, that must happen. Two things. We must understand the politics of compromise and then being compromised. Are they the same? We can do politics of compromise without being compromised. The two are different. Waliwo abalowooza tebobana ekirowoozo kitali kikye bakusasudde kubanga bo bamanyira nti buli kyokola okola ki kusasulwa. But some of us have been at this for generations, and we know that we can speak to our enemies, but we should not allow our enemies to compromise our deep feelings and intentions and purpose. I want you to go to the countryside. Speak to them. Show them the bigger goal. Show them the bigger duty of nation building. Show them the bigger call of recalling the aspirations of our people at independence. Owategeeze nti eggaali eyingira kibira no one will survive. Temubatya. Talk to them. Netembakkiriza kubatwala mu bukoona kubanga olwegi gye bali nabo waka. And this is very interesting. Where I live and stay, abenaale basinga okubeera obubi balinga nabo abaloge. So will you go and speak to these people and tell them they are part of Uganda? You can tell them that we know some of them are criminals. Don't tell them that we are not out for revenge, but we are for justice. Abakoze ebikolobera eri bannayuganda bayinza okubanga kyekibatiisa. Situwagala kubeesasuza naye tunoonya bwenkanya. Inevitably, kubanga obadde okubba abantu emigga ekawempe, we shall come for you to go to court and explain your idiosyncrasy. Otegeera kyonywa ky'omutwe olinamu byonna kitegeera. Tuyinza okubanga tukwogerako bubi naye ng'omutwe mukalu naye tukikimanyi naffe. We need everybody to be part of this agenda. As DA, we speak to whoever matters. And I want to ask of you, go and speak to everyone. In the coming weeks, we are coming to your areas. We shall come to Teso next month. We'll go to Bunyoro. We'll go to Karamoja. We shall be in West Nile for the sake of this, our motherland. May I conclude, comrades, by thanking you for this immense sacrifice of time and resources. We did not pay and be here. You have sacrificed your day and your small resources to be here. May this sacrifice not be in vain. May your effort be rewarded by even more effort. May you go back renewed in energy and conviction that we can rebuild Uganda anew. May you go back convinced that tomorrow can be better. May you go back with the belief that we have the capacity to change the tide on our enemy. May you go back with satisfaction that we can have a new day and a new way of going about the dreams of this nation called Uganda. I thank you for God and my country.
Yali campaign manager oyo mukubera na magezi cheyamaba mu bururu kuba yebwe yali afuna magezi yachimusomesa yamuwa yamutuma yadaganu ndabatali yo babibanja ate yafuna gatunda yalinganye biro bunyimizi bwe yasuka okutegeeza abantu walalala
Mamiroa